Welcome to the gmStudio trial demo. If you have to maintain VB6 legacy code and you're in search of a smarter way to upgrade that gives you more control and flexibility, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll be unboxing the gmStudio trial, running the gmStudio upgrade wizard, and reviewing results, including the project, the reports, and the .NET code. Let's get started. When you first start the gmStudio trial, it will present the user defaults screen. The main thing you're going to want to set here is the programmer's editor that you'll be using for editing rules and looking at code and other files associated with your upgrade. After you click Save, the gmStudio upgrade wizard will display. The first screen describes the steps and operations of the upgrade wizard. The next screen allows you to select your source files. I've got a directory full of VB6 code sitting here on my C drive. We can scan that folder and find a list of all the VBPs in the folder. I'm going to remove some of these from the demo so we can stay under the 5,000 line limit and generate translations. After I've got my VBPs selected, I can click Next. Now we're brought to the project settings screen. There's a few project settings we might want to set up. For example, a name for the project, a location for the project, and some of the operations that we're going to want to run, generating Resx files, running .NET builds. We're also going to choose our target language of C#, a target IDE, and a strategy for the COM upgrade. In this case, we're demonstrating standard upgrades, so we want to just generate a stub framework for all the COM dependencies in the code. Clicking Next starts the batch upgrade process. We first examine the VBPs and set the upgrade order. Then we generate COM dependencies for all of the VB code based on what's referenced and what's used. We author resources. We run all of our translations and deploy the results. Then we build all of the .NET code. We're building our projects one by one to see if they're well formed or not. Once that's done, we're going to generate a solution file to integrate all the projects and run a complement of the what we call assessment reports. When that process is complete, it took 45 seconds for this set of codes. When that process is complete, we proceed. From this page, you can email us information about your trial run, including some high-level metrics about the number of files and the COM dependencies in your code. And we will get back to you to set up a meeting to go over the results and walk you through how to go to the next step with gmStudio. If you're not ready to do that, you just click Next. We're at the last page of the upgrade wizard now. You can see a review of the directories that were created and the location specified and some summary results. At that point, you can leave the wizard and you're in gmStudio. You're in gmStudio with your newly created upgrade project. In this case, we have the project demo loaded. In the top part, we see the VBPs that are part of that project, and in the bottom part of the screen, we can see various details. So for example, we can see our translation logs, our deployment logs, our build logs, and so forth. We can also see all the reports that were generated by the trial edition, including source structure, analytic references report, and so forth. Another result of running the upgrade wizard is the .NET code, and the best way to look at that is in Visual Studio. By clicking this .NET button with New Solution option checked, gmStudio will create a Visual Studio solution file. The solution file contains all of the upgrade projects. Each of these projects is a standalone .NET translation of the VB6 project. Each of these .NET projects contains two types of code. First of all is the translated application code. For example, here's one of the translated forms and the corresponding code behind and designer code. That's generated from the application. The other type of code in each project is going to be the stub framework. Since we were using the COM stub strategy, we have a set of .NET code files that contain stubs for various subroutines and methods that facilitate cleaner, more correct translations. So for example, we have an error handling stub and we have some control helper stub with various subroutines inside there. In addition, for the COM APIs, you can see that we generated a set of classes for Windows Common Controls and for the rich text box scripting and so forth. For the 3D define, we created a stub for the script control API. The purpose of these stubs is to allow us to have a general solution that works for any COM API or control and allows us to produce and check a .NET translation against that API without having to create interop or without having to decide how we want to migrate it on the first day of the project. So these translations don't yet run, but they can be used to validate the accuracy of the translation by making sure that they all build. Stay tuned. In upcoming videos, we'll demonstrate custom upgrade samples, how to do translation tuning, COM API replacements, and many more interesting topics. Thank you for watching. Learn more at greatmigrations.com.